Good start for St. Bonaventure. Some legendary names in the history of the Bonnies basketball program. First half action, 8-point lead for the home team. We're joined by another of those legendary names, the great Adrian Wojnarowski, now the general manager of your alma mater as you come to the tail end of your first season. Great to catch up with you and just get some thoughts on how the experience in this new role has been for you so far.
It's been everything I hoped and more. Just being back in this environment, this group of players, our staff, it's a special place. It's a magical place to me. And to have a season now, 22 wins, playing in the postseason, you know, hosting with you folks here, this is a lot of fun.
I couldn't help but see you today when I was at shoot around, and Mark Schmidt said, I said, well, is Woj going to be here tonight? Oh yeah, he's here, he's up in the corner. I looked up and you were knee deep with two phones. It's like you had never left your insider job, but this, you're pounding it.
Conversations are different
exactly,
now.
But tell us about some of that.
Yeah, spending a lot of time, you know, certainly recruiting and raising money for NIL, and you know, recruiting starts with your own players, and having a player like Melvin Council, who's as important to our program and our team, I think, as any player in our conference. And so, you know, I spent last week in Serbia, Italy, Germany, California, but there's no player more important on the planet to us than us in keeping then number 11, Melvin Council.
This is really a crucial time. We're in the middle of the postseason, we know, but the transfer portal's about to open. What is the biggest challenge in the era of NIL, like you mentioned, and the transfer portal?
Well, I think, you know, certainly, listen, money is a challenge, and being able to have the resources in a league like the Atlantic 10 is really important. But being able to identify who fits, and that starts with retention in your own guys, and that's where it starts for us. But being able for us to be able to build on the relationships that we have out there, the relationships that I've built in basketball over a long time, and they're all over the world. And so we've spent a lot of time, you know, trying to focus in on places where we have relationships and can have good partners in recruiting. But that certainly for us is the priority, and finding the right guys.
A little bit of a run for Kent State coming out of that last timeout, cutting St. Bonaventure's lead to 2. We'll keep it here with the general manager of the St. Bonaventure Bonnies.
Yeah, nothing good's happened since I sat down here.
We hope that you stick it out with us. You know, this is a program. The NIT means a lot. I mean, we're looking up right now and you see the 1977 NIT champions banner. As your program embarks on this tournament tonight, you're a basketball guy. What does the NIT mean to you?
Listen, it's certainly a lot of history in this program. Jim Saddlein, our legendary coach, sitting over there with Glenn Hagan, Mark Jones, you know, won the NIT in 1977 when the NCAA tournament had only 32 teams, and, you know, beat Houston Otis Birdsong in the Garden. And 3 years ago, we ran the gauntlet of at Colorado, at Oklahoma, at Virginia to go to Madison Square Garden. It's important to us, and you see it by the way our guys are playing, the way our fans have shown up, and it's, for our program, it means a lot to be in this tournament and to play in advance.
You know, Woj, I don't think the general manager of a college athletics program, it wasn't a title that a lot of people were familiar with as recently as a year or two ago. And then obviously you made the much publicized move to come back to your alma mater. But now you're seeing other programs in sports, North Carolina football, Stephen Curry, the assistant general manager at his alma mater in your own conference, the Atlantic 10 at Davidson. What do you think about how that position has evolved, and why is it necessary in this age of college sports?
I think two reasons. The portal and NIL. You have to manage a salary cap, and that's what we're managing here and working on. And then, you know, players can be free agents every year, and so you're dealing with constant turnover, and roster building is different. And so, you know, for us, it helps to allow our coaches to coach during the season, and then I'm spending a lot of my time, you know, trying to be prepared for the portal, being prepared for the players, you know, that we're going to pursue. And I think we're able to do a lot of things at our level at St. Bonaventure that other mid-majors can't. We're going to have a pro day next fall with NBA GMs and presidents. I don't think any school outside of the Blue Bloods have done that. You know, we're going to be able to, with our players, get them great intel from front offices and again, build on those relationships. We've got a new partnership with Donovan Mitchell and Adidas. We're one of his signature shoe schools along with Louisville. And so I think for players coming to Bonaventure and playing, most importantly for a Hall of Fame coach in Mark Schmidt, we've got a pretty good story to tell here.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, and I know you won't toot your own horn because I've known you since the Bergen record days, and you used to try to get on your good side so you didn't kill us on Sunday mornings. But anyway, no, we're so happy that you're doing this and forward thinking. Congratulations to Bonaventure for doing this, because they are forward thinking, and more importantly to yourself. You're going to be inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in September. What a great honor, and just tell us what that means for you personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's some of my idols in the business who've been honored there, and we're probably about 100 feet from the student newspaper, that I started in, just around the corner here, the Bonaventure. And so when I procrastinate writing, I would walk in here, shoot around in the RC with my buddy Mike Vaccaro, back in New York Post, and so it's special, and for me, it's a great chance to say thank you to a lot of people who helped me along the way.